Andy Ruiz might not look like much in the world of heavyweight boxing with his larger-than-life stature.
So he's coming
down.
That
left hook.
There's a right. What a vicious right.
The left hook started it, and the right hook seems to have...
But he's a devastating powerhouse with hands that are quicker and harder than anyone else in his weight class.
And down he goes hard. This fight's all over as he bangs his head hard on the floor as Ruiz crushed one to his...
With a record of 35 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw, Andy achieved the unified world heavyweight champion status in 2019, and there hasn't been a fighter that could match what he brought to the ring. On December 4th, 2010, at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, Andy Ruiz took on Francisco Diaz. Most critics and fans were concerned about whether Andy would be able to handle an elite opponent with his speed and power.
This is a kid, he may weigh 262 pounds, but you're going to be surprised by his hand speed, which is just tremendous.
Diaz boxing off the back foot now. Look at that hook from Ruiz. We'll see if he starts to let his hands go. He's got a good sense of range. There's the hook, followed right hand hook. So a 3-punch combination from a heavyweight. It's always a pleasure to see. There's 2 of them as he really lets his hands fly.
Because every time he throws that jab, his hand comes down towards his waistline or towards his chest.
There it is, another combination from Ruiz. How does Freddie have time for all these guys, huh? Because he lives it. Oh, nice exchange, and it was Ruiz punching first and last, and he clocks Diaz. Diaz is moving backwards. He gets clipped with the right hand now. Nick Charles, Rich Murata, and Gennaro Hernandez ringside with you in Anaheim, California.
That right hand must have stung him. Diaz right here because he got hurt.
Diaz not holding on. He's in trouble now, and Ruiz pushes him off. Now they're center of the ring. And
all right, let's take a look at that action. Now you see Ruiz advancing behind the left jab, and there was that right that Gennaro Hernandez was looking and waiting for.
Another impressive round for Andy Ruiz in the black and gold, but it looks like Francisco Diaz will make it out of the first one. Not so fast.
He does have to beat this count.
And he looks like he's still hurt right now, look. You look at his body, he looks like he's still kind of off balance here.
Jab and came through, and then later on in the round landed that left hook, 1 left hook down.
And again, this guy's a 4-rounder right now, 6 pro fights, Andy Ruiz. We'll see what happens when he starts stretching out. But I just love the pace he fights at. He knows he had Diaz in big trouble, and Diaz is hanging on already.
And this is his 6th professional fight, and his 7th actually, but in his first 2, he weighed in the 290s.
Yes.
So he's coming down.
That left hook.
There's a right. What a vicious right.
The left hook started it, and the right hook seems to have finished it. And Jack Reese doesn't need to count on this one as Francisco Diaz.
You know, he can cross over between both cultures.
Oh, look at this here. There's the hook.
It was that overhand right, and then the left hook, and then the right uppercut.
Woo.
And you know what? To me, I think Diaz is actually lucky that he didn't get that right uppercut right on the jaw when he was going down.
Good point. It's over inside too as Andy Ruiz breezes to 7-0 with 5 KOs.
By the end of the fight, it was clear that Andy had more than enough power and speed to handle his own in the division.
And must have stung him. Diaz right here because he got hurt.
With a solid left hook-right hook combo sending Diaz to the canvas, the referee immediately stopped the fight and all doubts were silenced.
That left hook.
There's a right. What a vicious right.
The left hook started.
This knockout was deemed as an early showcase of Ruiz's signature hand speed and explosive power that would take the division by storm. On February 5th, 2011, at the Maywood Activity Center in Maywood, California, Kelsey Arnold decided to step in the ring with Andy Ruiz. Andy was on a streak of knockout finishes, and he was looking to add Kelsey to his resume. Kelsey, on the other hand, really thought that he would be more active than he ended up being.
He's a knockout puncher, and although he is big and heavy, Gennaro, he is a kid who has extremely, and I mean extremely quick hands.
I was just going to say, a person just by his looks. Andy Ruiz is one of these guys that if you see out in the streets, you'll say, oh wow, look at this. He's just tearing up on on Kelsey right now. You heard him with a good uppercut.
Yeah, it was a good right hand, and now Ruiz is already moving in. He looks like he wants to make it a short night to what would be his best weight, which will probably be in the 240s.
Well, he's looking very good right now. He got an opponent right there that's actually giving him that opportunity to show his power. He's not utilizing that jab like he's trying to do right now. It just seems like good body shot right there. Oh, he claimed it was a low blow. He claimed it was a low blow. Referee goes, nope, let's go. None of that.
It was almost a standing 8 count for him. It looks like Arnold's about done. He's just about taken enough of the power, it looks like, from Ruiz. And Andy moving in, looking for a first-round KO here tonight. Doing his training, and Arnold is in big trouble here in round 1.
And the referee is telling Kelsey, start throwing punches, because he's not doing anything. He's just receiving.
And kind of set things up. And just a variety of punches, and Arnold is not going to be able to take this too much longer. Come to the end of round 1. Kind of lists that you see. What do you see from him tonight here, Gennaro? You can utilize it. A good jab to the body can be a nice weapon for you.
Good left hook.
And a right hand over the top to end that exchange. And
Kelsey with that punch.
Arnold, a big man himself at 6'3", 241 pounds. He's 27 years old. Final minute of round number 2. Arnold trying to keep him off with jabs. And again, Ruiz jabs to the body. And he does that a lot more than most fighters do.
Yeah, he just landed a good left hook. Oh, good right hand.
And as you notice, that jab to the body will at times. And it's not a knockdown. It comes at the end of the round, and it causes a dispute and a little bit of controversy. Some rather frantic action as Arnold, frustrated, just pushed Ruiz into the ropes, and then Ruiz answered with a punch after the bell. Ruiz comes in again, still using that jab to the body. Now goes in flat with a flashy combination. Almost loses his footing, however.
I don't know how his interviews would be, but that's one thing that I think that Andy Ruiz should not take in consideration. Oh, should not listen and take advantage of.
Right
Arnold, here.
Arnold's just about done here. He's bleeding badly from the nose. And if Ruiz really just looks at getting some precise punches and really hitting his target, but he's just kind of throwing. And as we moved into round 3 here, as you can see, Andy Ruiz just picking up the pace. I don't think Kelsey Arnold wants any more of this. Nearly goes down from a shot to the body. And Ruiz, it's his job to just keep punching. And the referee should step in and stop the fight right now. And he does.
It was a good stoppage. It just didn't look like Kelsey had whatever he needed to win this fight.
All out to look for an end to the fight. And frankly, it looked to me like Arnold was about ready for this thing to end too. And David Mendoza stepped in and just called it at that point.
By the 3rd round, Arnold was clearly exhausted, and many people near the ring could hear him telling the referee that he was tired. Many fans criticized the referee for not stopping the fight earlier, as Andy clearly stopped punching at one point and hoped that the ref stopped the fight. In the end, this fight was labeled as a clear mismatch, even though some spectators thought that Ruiz was landing illegal rabbit punches. It was actually Andy's relentless offensive pressure that helped him gain the 3rd round technical knockout that led to the stoppage. On July 7th, 2012, at the Home Depot Center in Carson, California, Andy Ruiz took on a cocky opponent, Willis. Willis spent most of the pre-fight interactions trying to play mental games to crack Ruiz before jumping into the ring. Going into the fight, Willis even danced his way out to the ring as a way to show his confidence and shake Ruiz, who was much more serious.
A sneak attack there. But Ruiz survived it. Willis just sprinting across the ring.
See the size of Andy Ruiz. He got a lot of weight on him, but I tell you what, he's faster. He's a lot faster than what he looks. He's got good speed.
Deontay Willis in the black trunks. Willis out of Tacoma, Washington. Scheduled for 8 rounds. Ruiz digging downstairs.
All right, let him out. Break. Step back.
Ruiz is a good body puncher. Already some swelling under Ruiz's left eye.
Well, he's digging in right here. Those are one of the biggest Mexicans I've ever seen, Raul.
255 pounds of it.
No doubt about that.
Punch out, punch out. Let him go.
Near Home Depot Center. Alan Massengel with the champ, Raul Marquez. The round 2 heavyweight division, the right side of your screen, that's Andy Ruiz Jr. from Mexicali, seeking to become the first ever Mexican heavyweight champion. And he's only had 14. This is his 15th professional fight against Jonte Willis, the 2006 net. Yep.
Andy Ruiz.
Stop punching. Keep it clean.
You know, the first Latino champion was John Ruiz, he's Puerto Rican, out of Puerto Rico. Heavyweight champion of the world, John Ruiz. And
there we go. I mean, they're unloading. You see those fast hands of Ruiz.
yeah, Willis is holding on. Every time he feels that power, he holds on, grabs him.
He just got one back there. Good
Andy,
body shot inside. Ruiz likes having him over in that corner.
Watch your head.
Inside a minute left, round number 2, scheduled for 8 heavyweight division. But he is. I can tell Willis is squinting a little bit. Oh, big shot. You can hear it echoing off the brick around here.
Stop punching, step back.
We're going to see when he comes back to the corner, how's that going to affect him? You know, he's fighting with one eye so far right now, Alan.
Absolutely. A little mouse underneath it. Ruiz will get on top. I just can't figure Willis's right eye, the way he's squinting the whole time. Maybe that's part of his MO. I don't know. It's almost like he's winking at you with his right eye.
Watch your head.
He's banging away on the hip bone right there. They're all knotted up in the corner. Willis can turn out of there.
Step back.
He holds on every time Ruiz hits him with some good body shots. Willis just grabs him.
Working there, working there.
Ruiz needs to push him off of that. Punches and bunches.
He's not going to get a lot of style points, but what he can do, he can do well is that jab and then that big hammer. And that right hand, what gets the business into that thing, and you're done.
Let your hands go. Let your hands go.
They go right now. Saying it was interesting. The doctors were watching what we were watching, wondering if Willis's eye was.
Box in there. Let your hands go, box. Let your hands go. Let his hands go. Stop holding both of you.
Frustrating, you know.
Willis got blood coming out of his right nostril. Nose is hurt. Still squinting.
I really don't understand the squinting.
I don't either. It looks,
I mean, it seems like when he goes back to the corner, he opens up his eye.
Yeah.
Unless he fights better with one eye.
Working there, working.
I don't know.
Work. Watch out. Watch your forearm, Andy.
Maybe he's nearsighted like I am. Not a very effective jab. Oh, he just caught one right there. Walked right into it. Little dance.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
A lot of blood coming out of his nose now from Willis. Oh, a left hook. He comes right in, Raul, and gets caught with those right hands.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
Fast combinations by Andy Ruiz. Very fast. But right there, he's too much on top. He's going to make some room, Ruiz, to take us one step back. So, and Willis is not helping either because he's on him and he hugs him.
But it's also tough for an opponent to have 255 pounds left.
Work out in it, box out in it, both. Let his hands go. Work. Go behind the head.
Good inside leg like that. Just stand there. Oh, big right hand over the top. Good body shot right there. Hold it.
Let your hands go.
2 minutes left in round number.
In, but that's his style. There he goes again. You know, he's got to do something about that. The way he's rushing in, you know, the more your opponent's going to do it and get in your head, and that's exactly what Willis is doing.
Working there, working there. Let your hand go. Let his hand go, Dante.
I think
Let his hand.
Ruiz is, you know,
Winning on points.
Yes.
A lot of shoulders and elbows in there right now.
Watch your hand. Watch your hand.
Nice chopping little uppercut in there too. I just have to surmise that Willis is basically a one-eyed fighter.
I'll tell you what, I agree with that, and he's hit him with some good shots. And I've seen him fight in the past. I don't know if he's really got that much power to carry as a heavyweight.
Good right left to the head right there for Ruiz.
Let your hands go. Let it go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go, Andy. Let him go. Keep your hands up.
More than a little bit about his punching power, of course. With somebody that big, I mean, just landing anything's going to be a power shot. Cracks another right hand and
rushing in too and getting on top of him, Alan.
Step back and go at the end of your punches.
Exactly. One little step back and then start working again.
Get your range.
Work. Let him go, Andy. Let him go. Let him go.
40 seconds left, round number 7.
I mean, he's frustrated, but he's making the crowd cheering him on.
Stop punching and step back.
He wants to get a knockout.
Here's where all your rounds in the gym come in handy. So he's going to leave himself more vulnerable to stuff. His blood from both nostrils now. Clock winds out of it. Good right hand. That was a good one. He's got him in trouble now. Willis is really stacking another right hand. Up against the ropes and almost out of the ropes.
Willis trying to hold down, surviving, and Ruiz there catching him with good shots there, powerful shots. That was the ending of the fight there.
It turns out Willis wasn't a good match for Ruiz, and he spent quite a bit of the fight in the clinch, trying to survive Ruiz's onslaughts. Willis ended up suffering from a severely swollen right eye in the first round, and had to deal with a bloody nose by the 4th round. Andy managed to showcase a systematic breakdown of his opponent, who left the ring humbled after he assumed that he could easily break Andy. Andy Ruiz jumped in the ring with Joe Hanks on July 27th, 2013, at the Cotai Arena in Macau, China. Both fighters were extremely professional when it came to the pre-fight interactions and events, and both fighters clearly felt like they had a chance. Everyone was still focused on Andy's chubby appearance, and they felt like Hanks's physical appearance was more than likely going to come out on top. Both fighters went into the fight undefeated, and this ended up being a high-stakes fight of a prospect versus a prospect.
Fight live, although that is the one other fight that they've ever had here at the Venetian Macau. Was a heavyweight fight many years ago.
And Ruiz himself will tell you, he says, my opponents underestimate me because I'm not buff. I'm a little bit chubby. And he said he promised to entertain the fans. Nice right hand caught Hanks, and that made Hanks do a little dance into his corner. And he did flash that one big right hand. There's a second right hand. Respond and how they conduct themselves. Until it really helped them, but it's not helping them right now against Andy Ruiz, who's looking terrific through this first round and a half. Andy with another overhand right, a hard combination, and Hanks in some trouble. Legs giving way a little bit, and it's possible if Ruiz can...
no punches, let's go.
Andy's kind of soft-spoken. He can be funny to be around. But Hanks isn't laughing right now. He just ate that left hand. Good jab to the body by Ruiz. Different amateur championships, Golden Gloves and the like. Nice combination from Ruiz. Follow-up right by Ruiz. Good left hook to the body by Ruiz, and I think Andy's got 2 rounds in the books. Ruiz didn't seem too bothered by it, but Rafael Ramos caught it. There's another good left by Hanks, but then a good left to the head by Andy Ruiz, and Ruiz now answering back.
Let's go.
Andy Ruiz in the white and red trunks. Hanks lunging at him with that left hook. Oh, tremendous left hook! Andy Reid flattens Joe Hanks. Hanks shakes his head, and he's in trouble. At the count of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did he make it? Oh, he got up. I mean, that was 9 3/4. I thought he was about to be counted out. Here comes Andy Ruiz, and down goes Hanks for the second time. The fight is over, and Andy Ruiz has the biggest win of his young career.
Joe and his corner were clearly upset with the referee's decision to stop the fight, and Joe felt like he was just starting to find his rhythm. Joe barely managed to beat the referee's count the first time Andy knocked him down though, and many believed that the stoppage was justified. With this victory under his belt, Andy ended up claiming the vacant WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight title. Tor Hamer decided to take his chance against Andy on November 23rd, 2013 at the Cotai Arena in Macau, China. Before going into this fight, Tor was already getting a reputation for retiring on his stool, since he had just done that when he faced Vyacheslav Glaskov less than a year before this one.
But don't be fooled, folks. As you watch this kid with his heavy, thick body around the middle can flat out fight. Very quick hands, a good jab, digging body shot.
Look disdainfully at him.
Andy fought last time we were here. Great performance against Joe Hanks, Colonel.
Larry, you mentioned he was high as almost 300 pounds at one time.
He hasn't been able to match his seriousness by getting in better shape. A professional series they have in Great Britain where you fight 3 times in one night, and he came out winning the 3 fights, 3 3-round fights.
Nice shot there. Right back comes Heyman.
His punctuation is always a vulgarity of some kind or other in every sentence. But there's no mean-spiritedness in it.
No. He's not mean-spirited at all. He's a really nice kid. To give him the round, so let's see what happens here.
Like that.
That's the best combination of punch and down by Ruiz. Nice straight right hand, step the head back that time. Like no other division, one punch can change it in a hurry.
Oh, better round here for Andy.
Hamer tries to circle around the ropes.
Using that jab very well to set up these.
Just may have taken the wind out of his sail, because he's not the same fighter he was the first couple of rounds. There's a body shot, borderline low, but that takes a lot out of a guy. Hub, speaking on New Year's Eve, we expect to have a big crowd in there for that. Look forward to seeing you. Got some surprises for them. I'm going to turn a couple of pigs loose in there. Then we're going to eat them. So, Larry, maybe you'd like to come to New Zealand. Bring it in, Andy. For New Year's Eve. Good luck. All right. It's all
Looks
over.
like Tor Hamer has retired.
He has retired. It's all over. He took a big beating in the corner.
Tor ended up retiring on his stool once again, as he couldn't manage to enter the 3rd round. It was clear that Andy outdid Tor though, as he landed 39 punches compared to Tor's 8, and he absolutely dominated Tor. Hamer's promoter, Lou DiBella, was so embarrassed by Tor's refusal to continue that he actually released him from his contract through Twitter after the fight. Comment who you think Andy Ruiz should fight next, and like and subscribe for more. Goodbye.